Hey guys, welcome to today's pick a card reading, and we're here to find out what is their raw and unfiltered feelings. So, we're just going to look into how they are currently feeling towards you, towards this connection, and if there is something that is, that wants to come out, or something that wasn't spoken. So, we are going to dive deep into their innermost feelings and thoughts and see where they are currently when it comes to you and your connection. So we have two piles. Group number one is Pyrite Crystal and group number two is Green Aventurine. So pick one and I'll see you in your reading. Group 1, if you chose Pyrite Crystal, then this is your reading on what is their raw and unfiltered feelings towards you. And we're going to dive deeper into how they're feeling currently towards you and your connection. If there's something that has not been spoken to you, or they're just innermost feelings. So, with the crystal you chose, let's get into it. I'm kind of feeling they see you very highly, group 1. I mean, with Pyrite's crystal, Pyrite is also known as Fool's Gold. I feel like they always sort of saw how special and precious you are, but maybe people around you or people in general didn't always see how truly special you are, but they're coming through to tell you that they always saw, they always knew it, they always thought you were special. It's like you have gone through a lot, group 1, and everything that has happened in your life, it has only refined you as a person, as a soul. It's like nothing can really bring you down, nothing can really break you, permanently. You always rise up, you always stand up, and each time you come back stronger and better and more special. I'm hearing they know your true value. Even if people don't see it always, they want to tell you that they've always seen how precious you are. And maybe you don't like to be so open. I'm hearing you don't like to be so open with how, truly special you are. But they see it. They can feel it. And also they see you as truly abundant. Abundant in everything. Not just, money, but abundance in everything. You're just a very enriching soul. So yeah, let's get into your cards. We have keeping up, immense effort, advance. Okay. We have Green Man, all that I deserve comes to me easily and effortlessly. I know this to be true, for I am abundant in all that I do. See, abundant, we just said. I just channeled that you are truly an abundant soul in everything, not just in money. And, maybe money too, but other than that, in everything. We have Six of Wands. Okay, we'll just keep it here and we'll have to hide it a little. We have Three of Swords. Okay, there is that pain that we were talking about. We're going to have to hide this one too. We have Honor. Respect for yourself and others is key to your growth. Have you felt a lack of respect in some areas of your life? By setting clear boundaries and honoring yourself, the world will follow suit. Okay. We have Six of Wands again. Oh, wow. Six of Wands twice in your reading. You're a very victorious soul, very victorious person, a winner, a true winner. We have Knight of Pentacles. We have Knight of Wands. Okay, another wand card here. We have the Empress. Oh my god, I love this. We have Maturity. I make peace with the tough relationships of my past. I probably would have skipped the pain they came with, but I'm grateful for the lessons they brought me. Because of those tough relationships, I can look back at the mosaic of my life and see value in even the most broken pieces. Yeah. They see your value and they also know that you value yourself a lot. We have the Transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level, deep healing. And oh, she's such a queen. She's giving me very Cleopatra vibes. So Egypt could be relevant. We have Blessed. Okay. And we have Toni Morrison Power. Okay, yeah, that's pretty evident in your reading. With Empress and Transformation. And twice we have Knight of Wands, Green Man, and Honor, Blessed. Oh my god, this is a powerful reading, very powerful. And we're going to also pull cards in the end from my, the Manya Codes deck and see. But let's get into your cards. I love it. Okay. So we have 6. So 666 could be relevant. We also have 40. We have 22 here. And 33 could be relevant. So 33, 666, 40 and 22. So yeah, let's start. Keeping up, immense effort, advance. I feel like you've been through some really dark nights, group 1. You've been through some really terrible time, dark nights, anxious nights, sleepless nights. Yeah, the night is coming out a lot, but I can just see someone, staying up all night, sleepless nights. It's like they know that you have been through a lot of hardships in your life. And despite everything that came your way, you have always tried to make your way out of it, advance. You've put in efforts. And I feel like they feel that something about time. Let me get into it. What is this? Something about time. It's like they know that you feel that life is short and you want to achieve or advance in your life. You want to achieve things and you know that life is short. So it's sort of like you have been in a race against time, or just despite the despite the hardships, that were obviously time taking, you still managed to keep up with time. That is the thing. So despite the several hardships that you had to go through, in your life, and those were obviously time taking, and they caused a lot of delays. But despite that, you managed to keep up with everything. You didn't let those hardships take away time from your life. Like, maybe sometimes dwelling in it, or what is that word? Just, yeah, dwelling in the hardships. You didn't waste your time dwelling in those things, in those obstacles. You were always very quick to advance, to make your way out of them, and you spent a lot of nights, you know, figuring out how to get out of things. And it hasn't always been easy, but you sure made it work. They love your eyes, they love your hair, the upper chest region, the area around the neck. They love that. They love your cute nose, lips, your big eyes. And it's like they know there have been nights where you've cried yourself to sleep almost. But you don't share that with people. You don't like to share that. With Green Man, yeah, you're a very abundant person. They see you as a very abundant soul. Everything that you touch grows. So it's like no matter what you're doing, everything that you do, it kind of grows. You're a very, healthy soul. So no matter whether it's personal connections, career, whatever you touch, it grows. I'm hearing whatever you touch turns into gold. So yeah, I feel like you're also very, raw person. You don't have much inhibitions. Like you're very comfortable in your body, in your, sensuality. You're very natural. I see flowers and, a lot of signs. You're a very natural person. And even though you have been through a lot of difficult times, you're very comfortable with it. And also, you are not shy. You're not a shy person. And you're very something about you're very comfortable with your body. And you're a very good manifester. You can manifest anything, you can make anything grow. It's like you almost have that, touch, nature's touch, where anything you touch grows. Yeah. So they see you as very abundant in, everything. You have a very abundant soul. It says, I'm abundant at all that I do. So yeah, anything that you touch grows. Very abundant soul. And honestly, it's like everything around you grows as well. So we have Six of Wands twice here. Yeah, with this Six of Wands, we have Wands, Six of Wands, Six of Wands, Knight of Wands. Yeah, sorry. So both of these, I mean, it's giving me a very similar energy. It's like you have actually fought for, things, your freedom, your life. You had to actually fight. Basically, you've had to fight a lot of battles in your life, whether internally or externally. And you've never shied away from fighting for what is right. And here's where the Six of Wands comes in, because it's like you've always come out as a winner, as a victorious person. You have a lot of passion. I see a lot of passion. So you have a lot of passion, whether it's for certain causes, your work, personal, your relationships, whatever it is. You have so much passion, and that drives you forward, and you always come out as a winner. And it doesn't mean that, you don't feel scared or you don't feel anything. You do feel things, but it's like you've never let that prevent you from actually moving forward, taking charge, standing up for things, even if it's hard. Even if sometimes you're the only person who's standing up for it, you still do that. And in the end, you end up winning. I feel like this is something that really marvels them. Like they are in awe that even if you are the only person standing up for something, you end up winning. Even if it's a long battle, you end up winning. And it's like you're a true victorious person. They see you as a winner in and out. No matter what life you were dealt with, what circumstances you were dealt with, you've always emerged victorious. And even with Knight of Wands, a lot of passion. You move with passion. You have this fire within you, and you just charge straight towards things. Yeah, you're not somebody who's like, oh, should I do that? Oh, should I move forward? Oh, can I do that? Oh, is it even possible? No. Even if you do have those thoughts, you just move right past them. And that is something that really, they love that about you. They also would like to be there for you during the times, basically, whether you win or lose. Not that I see you losing, not that they want you to lose, but it's like no matter whether you win or lose, they want to be right there with you. They want you to win in everything that you do, and they want to be right there with you. They want to hold you, pick you up. Yeah, they also have a lot of passion towards you. With Three of Swords again, yeah. There's something about your body, they love it. Also, maybe you have been in situations, third party situations, and it just absolutely broke your heart. But I see that music is something that really helps you. But it's like you have been in situations where, you went through heartbreaks, things that absolutely broke your heart. And despite all of that, you didn't let that prevent you from moving forward. You didn't let that make you stagnant. You kept on moving, you kept on advancing. Like this, this girl is just charging forward. So yeah, with Three of Swords, a lot of pain, a lot of, again, those nights, I feel like maybe you are somebody who doesn't like to show it to other people when you are going through something like this. So I'm seeing night a lot because maybe, during the night time you're alone and you actually can process things. If you're busy all day or if you're surrounded by people, you don't like to be very open with what you're going through truly. And again, with Six of Swords, they know that you love animals. There's bird, there's a rabbit, there's horses. They know that you really love animals. They love your, behind region. They love your butt. Yeah. And your hair, definitely, arms. But yeah, they love your butt. And your legs. You have strong legs. They're very attracted to you, definitely. And they see you as sort of a trophy. Not in a, way where they are sort of objectifying you, but they actually see you that you are a trophy. That if they get to be with you, they almost win in life, With honor, yeah, you have a lot of respect, not just for yourself, but for others too. And especially for your growth. And if you feel disrespected in any situation, you just pull up your boundaries. because you honor yourself so highly. So you respect yourself and other people, which is why if someone tries to disrespect you, you just draw your boundaries there. It's like if I am respecting you, then obviously I expect that back as well. And if not, then that's okay. But I am not going to stay here to feel this way, to let you continue to do that. They just want to, yeah, have some time with you, alone time, listen to music, be in nature, have picnics maybe. I'm hearing go to zoos, a zoo, animal zoo, or just parks. They want to make you feel very safe and comfortable. So with Knight of Pentacles, I'm seeing that, yeah, they do think so highly of you. I mean, they put you on a pedestal. And honestly, it's not a fake pedestal. They actually know that you have earned this pedestal, that you are someone to be, to think so highly of. There's proof everywhere. Everything that you've touched has grown. I see flowers, I see flowers. So everything that you touch grows, turns into gold, blooms. Wherever you plant seeds, it grows. And they feel like they're not on your level. I mean, it's like, yeah, with Knight of Pentacles, they are pretty accomplished themselves, But the thing is, they still feel like they're not on your level. They feel like maybe materialistically or in the physical world, they still have some way to go. You've already sort of made it. And somewhere they want to prove to you and themselves that they are worthy of you. That they are the stable place for you. They want to take care of you. I mean, there's such a contrast, right? They see you as the Empress and yet they feel like a Knight of Pentacles. So they are moving towards the King of Pentacles. They want to be stable financially and everything, just a stable presence in your life. But they still feel like they are in that Knight energy. And the thing is that they know that you think that you guys are both in the Knight energy, but they know, they see that you already are the Empress. Oh, it's also like, again, we saw that here as well. You're a very humble person. I think we channeled it in the start. Like, you still feel as if you're in that Knight energy, but you are the Empress. There's something about you don't like to, you're not somebody that, if despite winning so much, you don't let that get in your head. Yeah. You're very honorable, very gracious, graceful, the Empress energy, the royalty energy outside. But behind the screen, behind the doors, you're very Knight energy. Like, you don't let things get into your head. Oh, I'm an Empress. And this is not, gender specific. So you can be asking about a guy. Oh, sorry, you can be asking about a girl. And yeah, they see you as that Emperor energy. And they know that, you like to be in that Knight energy. That playful, passionate, young energy. But you are truly an Empress. And they still have to grow. But I feel like this is a very stable person because this is Knight of Pentacles, which is actually a good sign because they genuinely want stability with you. And they find you so beautiful. Like, you just radiate light. You're like a flower. You're so gracious. the way you greet people, just everything that you do, you are so beautiful to them. It's giving me very graceful beauty, just radiant. You're like the sun for them. And it's giving me that as well. You are not somebody that would, just dress provocatively to get attention. Like, you're very honorable outside. I'm seeing someone, wearing maybe a suit or something, honorable. And maybe behind the scenes, you can dress however the way you want. But yeah, you know that there are people looking up to you, and you have to maintain yourself gracefully. Very well trained, obviously. Very mature. Yeah, very mature. With maturity, yeah, you've been through a lot of tough relationships in your past, and you have taken lessons from it. You can find lessons in everything, and then you connect the pieces of, okay, this happened, and what did it teach me, or what is this trying to tell me, or things like that. And it says, internet stalk my exes, I really dodged a bullet. And later you do realize that it was for good. That whatever happened for good for you, which is why now you don't really fret. You always know that there is something for you to learn, and if something did not last in your life, it was because of a reason. Even though you like to be in this Knight of Wands energy, you are aware you are the Empress. You just don't like to be in that energy all the time. And they see it as pretty awesome. It's sort of, it can get a little, tedious being around someone with the Empress energy all the time. You have that in you, but sometimes you just like to be in this Knight of Wands energy, this loud and passionate and mischievous and, that sort of side. And they think that that's just amazing, that's beautiful. With transformation, yeah, they see you getting more into your power. Even with Toni Morrison power and transformation, they see you getting more into your power, taking that throne that's rightfully yours. And you also healed on a very deep level. You healed so that you can step into your power completely. I see this, light. You're like the sun. You have a bright light. You radiate. You have very bright light. And it's like it almost blinds people. So it's like something that radiates from within you, and it almost blinds people. So people can see that you're special, People can see that there's something different about you. And because you're no ordinary soul, you're different. Yeah, so with power, you are a very powerful soul. Maybe some of you guys might be healers, or you have transformed a lot in your life from this, person, this innocent, naive soul, crying through the nights. And I'm not saying crying is bad, but just, this innocent, naive person who has been through so much. You stepped into, from the page to nights, and now you're this Empress energy, this royalty. And that required a lot of transformation and a lot of changing and deep healing, and you went through that. You actually worked. You deserve that. I see some of you guys might have pets, because I see a cat here. I see again the white dove, rabbit, horses. This some of you guys might have pets. It's like they're right by your side. Like a sidekick. Yeah, every superhero or heroine has a sidekick, right? I think. Let me know if there's someone without a sidekick. But yeah, they truly see you as a very blessed soul. Like you're very, I see hands, joining here, hands joining here. Some of you guys might pray or talk to God or something, but I see hands joining here. So, yeah, very respectful and honorable, and you are very blessed. Yeah, the divine light shines on you. They know that you are connected with some higher power. It kind of is evident, it shows with the light that radiates from within you, how you've stepped into your power, how you've, made your way through this life and reached this empress place. Yeah, they just see you so highly. They feel like it would be an honor for them to be with you. And you're still, putting pieces of your life together to complete the picture, but you're still ahead of time. Ahead, or you're keeping up with time. So, like, you're right on time. But they do see you as a very powerful soul. You can see people, see through people, their light and their shadows. Very wise, very wise. You can cut through any BS. Very blessed. I'm hearing very humble. And it's like everywhere you go, there's magic. Yeah. So let's get into the Mania Codes cards and see what wants to come out for you. Okay, this one. I can't stay away from you. I'm coming back to tell you how much I love you. You are my soulmate. Please be mine. Okay. So maybe you guys are at a distance, but they are coming through to tell you that they cannot stay away from you. And they're coming back to tell you how much they love you. They see you as their soulmate. They want you to be theirs. Yeah. They have a lot of love for you. With all this green heart chakra, I do see that they have a lot of love for you. And they are devoted to you. They put you on a pedestal, and they know that you have these different sides, this passionate, when you can get angry or something, and you're also this soft person and this powerful person, this SEXY person, and this, sensitive, emotional person, and they love all of it. Even they find even your flaws to be beautiful. You're such a winner. You're such a winner at life. And I think they also want to say they're proud of you. They're proud of your growth. They're proud of you, of how you have emerged out victorious from these battles, and they just want to hug you and tell you they're proud of you. What else? What else does group 1 needs to know about that person's raw, unfiltered feelings? I want to tell you if there's something, not good, but with the cards, you can see it for yourself. I mean, these are amazing cards. Yeah, they know that you've been through pain. And maybe I'm getting that maybe that's like a sort of a trigger for you. Third party things, situations. So you like to stay away from that. They see that you, hold yourself really well in public, and you also like to have fun, and you can, be wild or let yourself free. So you're not really an uptight person, like you always have to be in this energy. You can let loose. They like that. It's hard to have fun with someone in this Empress energy, all the time. They like that. They can have fun with you. They can be honorable with you outside. They can grow with you. They can be a power couple with you. And you're such a blessing in their life. It's such a blessing in their life. They're thankful to the universe for you. They know you're very wise. I deal in energy, not excuses. My silence rearranges kingdoms. Yeah, you're very good at reading energy. You don't take people's excuses. Like we said here, you just put up your boundaries. You're like, I'm not hearing anything. If you can't respect me the way I give you respect, then obviously we're not on the same page. And I cannot have that. And obviously, after going through so much, you're very clear on your boundaries. And it's like you just go silent. And people know that they have done something wrong. Okay, we have every fight is just the universe testing how unbreakable we are. Okay, so maybe you guys had some disagreements, some fights, but they are saying that they feel like these are just tests, and your guys' bond is truly unbreakable. Like, no matter what happens, we talked something about your angry side, right? No matter what happens, they don't feel like the love they have for you ever, goes away. Like, a lot of passion between you guys, a lot of love between you guys. And it's like you guys are unbreakable. Nothing can, put you apart. No matter the time, distance, whatever. Nothing can put you apart, break you apart. You're unbreakable. And that's actually good to see from a person. They believe in you and your connection. They definitely believe in you, seeing you so highly, but they also believe in your connections, in your connection. You make me want to burn the world just to keep you warm. Oh my god, that's passion, that's passion coming right there. So much. So basically, that is them telling you that they can do anything for you. And they care about you so much, it's almost like you make them weak in a way, because it's like they can do anything for you. If someday they see you crying or like this, they can do anything. They cannot control themselves. Okay. We have, I let storms break over me until I own the weather. Endure the chaos until you control the variables. Yeah, you have, endured so many storms, and now it's just that you are good with everything. You are so comfortable in your power because you've been through such difficult situations. Nothing truly deters you from what you're going after. You have just this passion, this energy where when you're focused, nothing can distract you. You just go after it, and the passion is palpable. People can feel it. My dog. Shh, Lela. Yeah, anything else group 1 needs to know? Let's get one more. We have, I still love you in ways I don't know how to put into words without breaking apart. I'll fight for you. I choose you every day in every lifetime. So yeah, it's like, yeah, you make them weak in some ways, and not in a bad way, but it's like they care about you, they love you so much that they almost feel, weak, because they'll do anything for you. They'll do anything. They'll fight anybody, whatever. They choose you every day, and they're grateful for you every day. And at the bottom of the deck we have, I thought I could walk away, but you're everywhere. You're in my mornings and nights. My mind replays the way you laughed, the way you looked at me like I mattered. I miss you. So yeah, if you guys are in no contact, you aren't talking or something, they want to say that you're not somebody they can ever forget or walk away from, because you're everywhere. They look for you in everyone, and you're there when they wake up, in their mind. They're constantly thinking about you and the moments they spent with you. They love your laugh and the way you looked at them. They miss you. So yeah, that is your reading group 1. I hope it resonated. don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell icon. And if you want to book a personal session with me, then you can find the information in the description box. And I would love to see you next, like in your next pick card reading. But yeah, anyway, I'm not good with small talk. But yeah, see you in your next reading. Bye, Group 1. So, if you chose Green Aventurine, Group 2, then this is your reading. And what is the raw and unfiltered feelings for you right now? So, no fluff, nothing. We are just going to dive deeper into how they're feeling towards you and your connection. And if there's something that they would like to tell you, something that was left unspoken. So yeah, with the crystal you chose, Green Aventurine. Yeah, I'm hearing the first thing, you opened their heart. Their heart chakra was opened. Like when they met you, you just burst open their heart. Maybe they were very closed off before. They didn't like, they were not in touch with their heart. They had just closed it off. But when you came in, their heart just opened. And it's like they have a lot of feelings for you. You're the one that opened their heart. You managed to do it. And they feel like they have so much love for you. And it's like you're there in their heart. Also, you guys might have a past life connection. They see you as, as a past life connection. I don't like to use the term soulmate or twin flames, but yeah, definitely a divine connection. They feel like it was destiny that brought you guys together. And it's like when they met you, it felt like they already knew you. Even if you guys met for the first time, it felt like they already knew you from, past lives. There was this kind of recognition. It's like your souls met and something awakened. And it's like they felt like, oh, I know you from somewhere. I don't know where. And even though I'm meeting you for the first time, it just feels like I've met you, like I've known you. And it's a very deep recognition. They see you have a lot of sides. We are different facets, different sides. And they are coming through to tell you that they love every single side of yours. Even the ones that, they might not generally like, but on you, they even like that side. Even if there are things that they wouldn't like, because it's you, they would accept it happily. But it's like they like all sides of you. Yeah, so let's get into your cards. We have becoming braver, resilience, experience, growing stronger, fresh perspective. Okay. We have indulgence. You are worth every desire, every dream. Demand what is yours. Demand what you need. Yeah. We have the Hierophant. Okay. And there is, those... I see Canadian geese. So we'll talk about it. We have the Knave of Swords. I think this is the Knight of Swords. Yeah. Okay. We have accept. Accepting things as they are can be a powerful step forward. You may be resisting changes lately. Let go of control and you'll discover peace and new opportunities in the present moment. Okay. We have Seven of Cups. Okay. So this feels like, a reading where something might... Wait, let me just put it here. We have Five of Pentacles. We have Nine of Cups. let me just put it here. It's looking a little odd. Yeah, better. We have the devil. Okay. Oof. They are so attracted to you. Cleansing. Feeling bogged down by the weight of 1,000 thoughts, feelings, boxes of mystery objects lurking in your closets. Consider this a prescription to clean house, mentally, physically, literally, figuratively, and anything else that applies adverbally. It's hard to make room for new connections and experiences when every bit of your emotional space is cluttered with psychic bric-a-brac. So enjoy a major guilt-free flush out, and not to worry, you can always find new psychic bric-a-brac in the metaphorical clutter section of Craigslist. Okay. I feel like cleansing and indulgence. There's a connection there. We have star seed, what lights you up. Okay. We have no place like home. Okay. And we have Angela Carter, identity. Okay. So let's get into it, Pluto. I feel like, yeah, first of all, let me just tell you the numbers. We have 555 here, alright. We have 555 here. We have 10, 9, 9. Oh, we have 5 here again. So, like 555, 5555. Okay, 4 times. 5555. And we have 9, 9. And we have 7. Alright. So let's get into it. So with becoming braver. So yeah. You're somebody that sort of, they see you as a very... Okay, so maybe I'm getting something about childhood. Maybe you have had a difficult childhood and it's like you have been growing since your childhood. Maybe you were, a shy, a meek person, sensitive, soft, innocent person, and you have grown stronger with time. There was something about your childhood was tough. They love your nose, eyes, lips, your hair, your dressing style. But it's like you carry a piece of your inner child. Your inner child is, that's what, sorry. Your inner child is very much there. You're in touch with it. You haven't lost that childlike curiosity, childlike innocence. And they love your perspective. You bring that, childlike perspective in everything that you do. And they also know that you have grown stronger since you were a kid. Obviously, we grow up, we mature. But because you had a difficult childhood, they really see you as a very resilient soul. And you've had so many experiences. And they see you as a very resilient person. With indulgence and cleansing, I feel like, now you're in that absolute self-love, self-care energy. Very intuitive, but you like to take care of yourself. Maybe, long baths and something about your body. They love your body. They love your butt. The shape of you, they love it. Your hair. But yeah, it's like you have stepped into that energy where you're like, you know what you want and you don't shy away from asking for it, for speaking out what you desire, what you dream of, or you basically demand. You demand a certain, level of what? Respect. You demand a certain level of respect. Not just from them, but in people in general. So you basically, yeah, demand for respect, a certain level of respect from, everyone you're interacting with, and you don't shy away from demanding what is rightfully, yours. The Hierophant and Knight of Swords. Maybe they have. Okay, first of all, let's talk about this. Is a very confusing reading, but I'm sure that things would get better as we go into it. Oh, I feel like this person, yeah, with Seven of Cups, this person feels, yeah, I feel like confused. This person feels confused. We have Canadian geese here, and they mate for life. They remain together, they travel together, they go together. And so I'm getting that this person hasn't been in that. Okay, I'm sort of getting it. Getting the deeper message. Okay, so the thing is, they're confused and they don't know how to put it, which is why it's, coming this confusing. But the thing is that they haven't been very commitment oriented. I feel I'm all over the place in this reading. I mean, group one was amazing, and the moment I started this reading, I feel like it has been so confusing. And with Seven of Cups, I feel like, this person is confused too. We'll see why, but one of the reasons is that they haven't been very commitment oriented in the past. Maybe they were sort of a player and they, weren't looking for, they weren't looking to settle down. Maybe they are in some high position. They're someone that, you know, maybe a boss or something. They are in some position where they have some sort of power. And they want, commitment oriented. But with you, they see commitment. It's like they want to commit for life, with this Canadian geese. And with Hierophant, yeah, basically, universe brought you guys together. This is a very divinely guided connection. But I don't know why. I'm sort of getting a weird feeling. I mean, there are certain things where I'm just getting straight away the message. Basically, they weren't commitment oriented, but with you, they're so attracted to you. It's like, and they love you so much that they want to commit to for life, and you make them feel so weak in the knees. Like, they are someone that maybe people chase or, people serve. But with you, it's like they want to serve you. They want to be your slave. It's very weird. Maybe they have some sort of very adult fantasies. Even with devil, a lot of sexual attraction. A lot of it. But yeah, this is very divinely guided connection. They love how free you are with yourself, not somebody who's very shy or, I mean, you are shy, but not when it comes to, you're very confident in your body. Yeah. Something about your feet. Yeah. They love your butt. Yeah. But that's the thing. It's not just the attraction. It's there. It's so much there that I feel little flushed. I'm feeling a little shy right now because it's like they are so attracted to you. But the thing is, they also have this, feelings for you, which is why they get confused. Okay, let's just move on and we'll circle back if there's something else. With Five of Pentacles, yeah, they know that you have been through, these times where you felt just so low, and maybe, I'm saying maybe in work, finances, or in life in general, you felt like the door was shut on you, as in you didn't know what to do, you were sort of hopeless, or you gave up hope, or you met with disappointments. Just take what resonates. But they know that you've been through some really sad, disappointing times. I see someone crying in the dark, so yeah. But you have cleansed all of it, you know? Whenever you get bogged down by these things, you cleanse all of this energy, everything, and it's like you always have this fresh energy. They love it. They love that you don't let anything, you know, keep you down for long. Even if you are, you always sort of make your way out of it. With Seven of Cups, yeah, it's like they are confused when it comes to you. And I'm not feeling that they're confused about you. They're confused about their own feelings for you. Like, they've never felt this way for anyone. They get attraction, like, you are physically very attractive person, so they get that they are attracted to you, very, very, in fact. But the feelings that they have for you, they don't understand it because they've never felt it for anyone. You know, the way they want to spend the rest of their life with you. They want to be with you all the time. And that really confuses them. And that also brings out other questions in their lives that, are they in a place where they are stable enough to think about all this? There are so many other things, They don't want to disappoint you. They know that you've already been through so many disappointments. And it's like they keep wondering because you are very important to them. But they also know that they don't understand the immense feelings they feel for you. With accepting things as they are can be a powerful step forward. You may be resisting. Yeah, so I feel like they've resisted this for some time. Maybe, they didn't tell you how they felt. They remained silent. Maybe they continued to date other people, or they knew how attracted they were to you and they felt those feelings, but they were resisting this, the change. But they realize that things have changed and they are no longer that person. They don't want to spend their life constantly, dating around, being a player, because it feels like they were trying to control things, control how they feel, control, yeah, their emotions for you. Maybe they went out with other people because they didn't want to feel like, there's something, I'm getting an ego as well. Ego. They didn't want you to have that kind of power over them. They wanted to have control in this situation. Everyone else bows down to them, but they kneel down to you. Your energy is so strong, so powerful. And I feel like now they're coming to terms with, their feelings and their attraction towards you. And it's like a, such a wish fulfillment for them. You make them so happy. They think you'll be a great parent, and they find you so adorable. They cherish you so much. You're like a wish fulfillment. You're like the person they always dreamt of, that they never thought they could find. Maybe that is why they were in this player energy. They never thought they'd find someone like you. And they did, and that scared them. And with the devil, yeah, attraction, so hard, a lot of strong attraction, but they have a fire burning for you, basically, a never ending fire that sets them on fire, to be honest. So, like, they are very fixated on you. Even if they show that they are not bothered, or no, that's just their ego, and they they're just trying to control and make themselves feel safe falsely, under false pretenses. But they're very fixated on you. You're like their wish fulfillment. They have their eyes on you. But I'm also getting that, because they got scared, it brought out their shadows, which ego is one of them, but it brought out their shadows. And they were fearful that you have that sort of power over them. And they thought that, that they weren't safe if they were vulnerable with you. I feel like something happened in their past. I mean, they know that you have gone through a lot of stuff. Things happen in your past, but I think something happened in their past as well, where it says it's hard to make room for new connection and experiences when every bit of your emotional space is cluttered with psychic bric-a-brac. So yeah, maybe something happened in the past, and then they went through a heartbreak because they were vulnerable with someone. They thought saw a future with them, but that person broke their heart, and they decided they're never going to get into anything like that. That they're going to be a player, and they didn't heal that hurt. And so when you came into their life and they started feeling this strongly, and they saw you as this dream person, they thought that you would hurt them. And they just became, I'm seeing someone who's emotionless. I see apathy. Maybe they started dating other people. I see third parties. And maybe you know of this too. But despite all that, they are fixated on you. Their eyes are on you. And it's like you light up their fire. They're so passionate about you, and nobody else can make them feel the way you do. Like, they feel pretty much lifeless with everybody else, but when it's about you, it's like only you can make them feel so alive, so passionate. With Angela Carter, identity. Yeah, they know that you have struggled with your identity in a way where I feel like you've transformed a lot, since your childhood, you know, experiences. You've gone through so many experiences that you have transformed a lot. Now you're the strong, empowered, and SEXY, beautiful person. Very intuitive, very in touch with your light and, shadows. But now you have a very strong sense of identity. And they know that they cannot fool you, manipulate you, or anything like that. You will catch them. They know you have a very strong sense of identity now. Even if you were confused, before, even if you were lost before. Now you're in at a point where you're very, you know, sure of who you are, what you want. You, yeah, I mean, it says you're worth every desire, every dream, demand what is yours, demand what you need. You're very sure in what you want, what you need, what you don't need, everything. You're very sorted that way. And they also feel that what if they're not good enough for you? What if you don't find them good enough? And despite, you know, this strong sense of self confidence, this empowered side of you, they see that there's this soft, beautiful, childlike, innocent person inside of you that you don't bring out often. And they love your strong side, but it's this soft side that brings them down to their knees. And with what lights you up, they know that you're in the phase where you're exploring, you're figuring out what makes you happy, and you're such a joy in everybody else's life. You bring so much joy, and you're finding your own joy, and you have a purpose in this life, and you're going after it. They know you're very motivated and inspired, and you inspire everyone around you, and you're such a deep person. You carry this deep well of emotion, this almost ocean, but you don't share that with people generally. People can sense that, but you don't really share that. And with no place like home, I just feel like you're like a home to them. In this vast world, you're like a home to them. And they feel like there's no one like you. You're their home. No matter, you know, where they are, if you are with them, they feel at home. There's a sense of belonging. They feel like they belong to you, belong with you. Yeah, they see you as a home. So this has been confusing. They're confused themselves. They don't know what to do because they feel so strongly, but they have these fears. And I think these fears are coming out of insecurities that deep down they feel like, what if they are not good enough for you? But with acceptance, I feel like they are coming in terms with how they feel, and that they just cannot let you go. You are their dream person and you are their home. So there is no way that they can actually let you go. So they have to get out of this ego and accept that you are everything they ever wished for. And there's something about, they want to make you feel comfortable, safe, and soothed, basically. Maybe they want to give you massages, or they want to prepare a bath for you, things like that. So yeah, let's get messages from the Manya codes. This was very confusing. And I'm not saying confusing, it's pretty clear where they are. But it's like, I feel like maybe they haven't told you what they have been through in their past, why they became this person. And they feel like you sort of judge that they are a player. But it's like, and deep down they feel ashamed. They feel ashamed. They feel sad that you see them. Oh God, I feel a little emotional. That's the thing. I can feel their emotion. I feel like deep down they feel heartbroken that you see them as this egoistic player. That you don't see that they have so much feelings for you, that they want to spend the rest of their life with you, that they want to commit to you. and that they have these fears where they feel like maybe they're not good enough, that you would reject them, and they are terrified for you to know that you are their home, you are their safe place, and they keep it all in, and they show that they don't care, that they are emotionless, that they are an egoistic player, a monster, and you're just this beautiful, wild, strong person, soul, and it's like it hurts them. It hurts them not to tell you how they truly feel. But I feel like they are becoming braver. They're trying to have fresh perspective. They do feel like whatever they're thinking currently isn't working for them, because not telling you is not an option. It still hurts them. It's not like they can just move forward. And they tried. I see they might have dated other people or something like that. But they realize that even that doesn't work anymore. Like if it was somebody else, it would have worked. They would have just moved on. But it doesn't work because you're always there in their thoughts. You're like a home to them. And they are so fixated on you. It's like they don't see anyone beside you. And you're like their dream person. It says ideal and energy, not excuses. This came out in group 1 as well, so I'm just going to keep it back in. But basically, what it meant was, yeah, they feel like if they tell you why they are this person, this player person, or things like that, you'd find it, as an excuse. You'd think that's an excuse. You don't believe, they cannot excuse their way out of the situation. You don't really pay attention to what people are saying. You focus on their energy. Oh my god, this came out again. Ideal and energy, not excuses. So this really wants to come out. We're just going to keep it here. But this came out in group 1 as well. So maybe there are messages for you there as well. Maybe because this was certainly... This actually showed us where they are, how they are currently feeling. And group 1 had slightly different energy. But yeah, this card obviously wants to come out. Ideal and energy, not excuses. My silence rearranges kingdoms. So maybe you are not talking to them, and it is making them feel a certain way. Like they are craving your energy, and they know that they cannot come to you with excuses. They have to be honest and vulnerable. They know that you can see through them actually, and you know how they feel for you, but because they have been acting so foolishly, with other people, third party, and the ego, and all of this, that I feel like they're scared that you are done with them, or you won't put up with their shenanigans anymore. They're terrified that basically you will reject them or tell them off. We have, I know I messed up. I didn't say the things I should have when I had the chance. I let my pride... Oh, so see. This is basically summing it up. I'm going to read it again because it's just... It connects. It's basically what I've been saying here. I know I messed up. I didn't say the things I should have when I had the chance. I let my pride and fear come between us. You are everything to me. So yeah, they know that they messed up, and they should have told you how they truly feel when they had the chance. But they let their pride and fear come between you guys, and they are telling you that you are everything to them. So yeah, they know they made a mistake. They know they messed up. They should have told you how they're feeling. They kind of, created a mess. And it absolutely breaks their heart because you are somebody that they actually could see spending their life with. And they still do. It's always there in the back of their mind. But it's like they don't know how to fix things. Every fight is just the universe testing how unbreakable we are. This also came in group 1, so I'm just going to keep it back in. Okay. You are my best friend. I'll do anything to make you happy and feel loved. Choose me. So you guys might be friends, or they see you as a best friend. And yeah, I'll do anything to make you happy and feel loved. Choose me. They desperately, want you to choose them. They're just too much of a chicken to come forward and tell you how they feel, because inside they actually love you and they want to make you feel happy and, like we said, soothed and loved and everything. But it's like they don't know how to come forward and tell you that. So what else? Group 2. What else group 2 needs to know? This was like I don't even know how to explain this reading, but if it resonated, do let me know down in the comments. So what else? What else group 2 needs to know? About their person's true feelings. Okay. The moon hides her power in phases. Okay. So yeah, so they know that you've been through a lot of different phases and you move in phases. Like you go through different phases and they love that. They never know what new phase you're coming up with. For example, Taylor Swift have eras. Sorry, Taylor Swift has eras. You also have these phases, different phases, and you change a lot. You go through a lot of transformation, and they find it fascinating. They love that. They feel like they never get bored of you. There's someone who gets bored easily, but with you, it's like they never get bored of you. I still love you in ways I don't know how to put into words without breaking apart. I'll fight for you. I choose you every day in every lifetime. Yeah, something about breaking apart. I said that I feel sad. I feel like they're so heartbroken of how they have messed up things and how they just chose they took absolutely wrong decisions. And it's like they know there are consequences, and the worst part is that they don't want to lose you, the person, you know, they think of as their wish fulfillment, their dream person. They cherish you so much. I mean, they consider you home. So, I mean, what more could be said? The moon reveals what the sun hides. Yeah, so basically, they know that you can see through them. They cannot hide anything from you. So, they cannot come with any excuses or any, insincere or energy. And maybe they can, get away with things with everybody else. But with you, they know that you can see through them. So, they cannot do that with you. Okay, what is that? This also came for group 1. I'm still going to read it. I can't stay away from you. I'm coming back to tell you how much I love you. You're my soulmate. Please be mine. Yeah, I was getting that soulmate energy. Please be mine. And we have, my love for you is louder than our misunderstandings. So maybe there is something, some misunderstanding, and they know that they have to be absolutely vulnerable and honest with you to clear that up. But they are telling you that their love is more than those misunderstandings, and maybe they will come back and tell you how they're feeling. Anyway, we have, I thought I was protecting you, but maybe I was protecting myself from having to grow. Oh yeah, see, we were talking about this. They were resisting these changes. They thought they were protecting you, but they were actually protecting themselves from growing. You didn't deserve my distance, my walls, my temper. I'm sorry, I was a coward. Are we too far gone? Crying. So yeah, I was getting that energy. They're very, very sad about it. They might also be crying maybe. But they know that they were lying to themselves at times. They were projecting their fears on you, and they know that you didn't deserve their distance, their walls, or their temper. This fear and pride. And they feel like they were a coward, and they know that you see them as this coward, this player, this egoistic player. But anyway, let's get just one more card. You make me want to burn the world just to keep you warm. Okay. They can do anything for you. The passion coming in. They feel very strongly. Anyway, anything else? No one else has ever haunted me the way you do. I will make amends. So yeah, um, you kind of, yeah, they haven't been able to move forward from you. They try to distract themselves, but the thing is, you're always there. You're there in the back of their mind. Nobody makes them feel the way you do. And they're saying they will make amends. So, maybe. No one understands me like you do. You make me want to be better. I'm scared to lose you forever. Yeah, basically, they are scared to lose you. So that's it. Group 2, that was your reading. Let me see if there's any advice for you, because this has been confusing. So what group 2 can, any advice? And let me just get it from this Manya Kojas only. Any advice for group 2 that can help them right now, universe, in this situation? We have, I get so jealous and possessive of anyone who gets to be in your life. I will not let anyone come between us. I promise we are destined. They do feel you guys are destined, and they are very possessive. They don't want anyone else to have you. So one thing I'm getting is, let them do their thing, let them show you. Let them prove if they have changed. We have I leave roses where I have conquered. Make your victories beautiful so they are remembered. Basically, I'm getting that listen to them if they come back in. Listen to them. Make sure that they are being honest and genuine. Don't let them get away by being not genuine. Wait, what else it was? Because I'm getting, I let storms break over me until I own the weather. Endure the chaos until you control the variables. So yeah, so basically universe is saying, you see them very clearly, to be honest. And maybe you are not confident in that. They know that you see them very clearly, but you are not sure. And universe is saying you see them very clearly. You are actually the one who controls all the variables here. You only think that they are in charge, but the thing is, you are actually the one who is in charge here. So, and you have been through this roller coaster thing with them, that you actually control everything, all the variables. So universe is saying, let them do their thing, let them come to you, tell you whatever, and you're the one who's actually in control, in charge. They are not, even though they pretend to be, and that is what was coming. They were trying to be in control, but they're not. They feel weak around you. They have so much feeling for you that you are actually the one that controls everything. Not every battle is fought in daylight. Yeah. Universe knows that you have been through a lot in this situation, and not everyone saw that. And I'm hearing that don't give in so easily. Every fight is just universe testing us how unbreakable we are. So yeah, I'm getting that these fights, all of these things are for both of your growth, to be honest. Maybe there were things that you needed to work on too. And it's only kind of showing you and that person how unbreakable of a bond you guys share. So yeah, let them do their thing. You focus on your growth, and if they actually change and come to you, then you know that they have worked on themselves, and it depends on you whether you want to give them a chance or not. But you have been through a lot in this situation, and you deserve to, yeah, decide what you want out of this situation. So yeah, anyway, this was your reading group 2. I hope it resonated, and please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell icon. And if you wanted to book a personal session with me, then you can find the information in the description box. So it was nice, group 2, and see you in your next reading. Bye.